Good morning, good morning. How is everybody today? It is Thursday before the writing retreat. No idea which banner is at the top here. Let's go check this out. It is early in the morning, and we are all together. Just wondering what you're going to be working on this morning. We're going to be doing 25-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks in between. I was a couple seconds late because I had to change my shirt. I was wearing a beige shirt and I looked like I was wearing a top. So I was like, oh, I think I better put something darker on. And that's where we're at. Let's see. I'm going to be, so secret, this is a Sarah secret. Whenever I'm doing something larger, like a project, I kind of make like a, if I'm not winging it and just doing it off the top of my head, I kind of make like a binder of the things that I have to like work through, the things that I have to think of. If there's something that I want to edit through paper and not on computer, I'll print it out and get it ready. So this morning I am making my virtual writing retreat binder. So it'll tell me what time I have to go live in the group. It'll have the schedules in it for each day so that I know where I have to be and who's doing what, and if I have anything in real life that I have to attend on those days, because you know, life's and this is what we do. And like, it holds things that I've printed out over the years that hold inspiration, post-it notes from like 3 years ago that tell me why I wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. There's playlists for each of these novels that, again, why I wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And some of it's changed, but you know, the intention was still there, and I might revisit it now as I go through and take things out and put things in and, you know, make things better. I don't know if any of you ever do things like that as you prepare to do large amounts of work. I have put, I'm saying this morning a lot. Apparently, I'm still asleep. Again, the goal that I have set for the weekend is 40,000 words. I'm in the middle of a rewrite, so most of those words are written, but the draft that I have right now kind of feels choppy, like it's copy and pasted together. So I'm in the midst of retyping it out. I started, hi Mel, it's good to see you. Oh, my lady. She's doing well and she's in the house. So happy to see you. Good morning. We're going to get up and make coffee. That's where I'm headed to. I'm turning off my camera because I got pajama bottoms on underneath the sweater. So I'm going to turn off my camera and go turn on the kettle and make some tea. Fun fact about Sarah. I didn't start drinking coffee until I was in my 30s. I generally only drink it at work. I drink mostly tea at home. I always make sure it's in the house, but because the colder days, for some reason, I enjoy coffee at home. Like when it's like -40. For the most part, I'm a tea drinker at home though, but at work, I'm a coffee drinker. It's weirdest thing. You didn't start either, hey, Sarah. We're gonna go through these comments in a more traditional manner once I wake up. But right now we're just pulling out things from the hat, so to speak, the sorting hat. venti espresso drinks. I'll be awake here in a little bit. Good morning, Kay. Oh my lord. So is everybody getting excited? Because I'm kind of excited. My 40,000 word goal, it seems slightly out of reach. So it's challenging and a little dangerous. And we're going to see if we can do this. I, might have to assault her a little bit and shake her up, and we'll see where we get. But yeah, so I have about 8 playlists, honestly, for the novels, but there's 3 main ones, one to go with each book. In the beginning, though, I did start out wanting to use a lot of Canadian music because the book is set in Canada. I grew up in a time where we had like a man named George Stroumboulopoulos talk to us about Canadian artists and the things that it adds to our culture. I was going to do a post about that actually today because he's been getting honored left, right, and center, and I never actually have said this is what I was thinking in the beginning due to Canadian content that gets made. So we're going to make a little post about that today, I think, today or tomorrow. We'll see if we've got time, what's going on. Okay, so excited about this weekend. I don't know, it feels a little different. The air feels a little magical. Like there's like a little bit of electricity coming out of our fingertips. We are down a few people due to vacation, but the schedule, as far as I've seen, looks really great. I know it should be posted today at some point. We got a lot of really great people in this group. Like, I don't know. We got some talented writers, and they're like, okay, you know what? Before I start gushing, how about we wake up a little first? Tell me to slow down. Say, Sarah, could you get off your high horse, please, and get on with the sprints? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to work. So I'm going to press go and turn off the camera so you don't see my pajama bottoms. And I'm going to go make a tea and come back, and we're going to start building this Bible. And I'll show you guys as I go along what goes inside of it. And what it looks like, it's got little lightning bolts all over it. Okay, timer started. I'm turning off my microphone now so you no longer have to listen to me. I'm just under 2 minutes away from coming out of the first sprint. In under a minute. Twenty seconds. Okay, we are off to the races. We are on break. How did your first sprint go? And what'd you do? What'd you get up to? Okay, so Sarah, good morning. Melissa Schroeder, good morning, Sarah. I am working on edits this morning. Good for you, Melissa. Good for you. My brain is not working that fast. Good morning, joining from work. Soledad, you're alone in the office and you need company for motivation. I understand that. I can totally understand that. I hope it was motivating for you. And if not, I hope the next one is. Kay, good morning. Good morning. How did you sleep? How did everybody sleep? I kind of slept like the dead. Lainey writes a lot. I like these little pink hands. Hi, all. Working on some blurb stuff for a little before bed. Nice. Soledad. I'm excited for the virtual writing retreat. Thanks to Inka, I will finally get a chance to say good morning when it's actually morning for you. She's going live early. Like I started the 6 a.m. and I think she's going live at 5 those days, and I'm in the afternoon, the evening on Saturday. Power Play Press, good morning. I'm awake way too early. Going to get up and make coffee. That was Mel. Jassy Francis, good morning. Beautiful host today. If you were all over, I'd have to make you breakfast. It's an easy enough meal to make for a lot of people. Sarah Brody, I didn't start drinking coffee until I was in my 30s either. Yeah, I was in my 30s and really didn't get addicted to it until probably 35. I mean, it technically should probably leave my life, but adulting and office jobs. Okay, I just chugged 2 Venti espressos. I read that a little earlier. Are you awake yet, Kay? You need me to like rustle you up? So excited for this weekend. Jesse Francis, London for the win. Yeah, I suggested that because Sarah Cannon's word of the year is sovereign. So I was like, let's go visit the Queen. So I'm going to make shepherd's pie. And one day I'm going to probably order in fish and chips for us. And then we're gonna have some afternoon teas in my lives. And yeah, maybe go to Starbucks and get London fogs in the morning each day, because I don't do that at home. Melissa, this is my first time attending the VR, so I'm excited. Melissa, I hope we keep you entertained. I hope one of us can do that at least. Okay, I have PJs on during my sprints more probably than you think. You're totally okay. Mine have little Santas on them today. You mean you're wearing pants? That's a win. Jesse, you don't know how true that is. I actually put in a post the other day. If you're coming over, you might want to call first because I should put some pants on. Power play press. Okay, I'm up. Coffee brewing. Let's see how much I can get done before I tank out. How long are you able to function for before you crash right now, Mel? Because I know the last time I had a procedure done, I was good for a couple of hours and then I just need to go to bed. Jesse Francis, getting organized to do taxes before I write. Taxes. It's April. Good morning, everyone. Shelley Shepherd, 4267. Sarah Brody, I'm working on revisions. Draft ended up being about 30,000 words too short, so I'm bulking it up the next round. As you can tell, Sarah, I talk a lot, so my drafts are too long. Power play press. Oh, that was weird. There's just some noise and my dog's in her bed snoring. I'm good for hours. It seems to get longer every day. Okay, well, we got through the comments. We're back in work time because apparently 5 minutes goes by faster than we know. There's 11 people in the house. You have 25 minutes to do what you like to move the needle forward. I'm going to mute myself so we can get going. Just have under a minute left until it's break time. So if you need to go get a drink or refill your coffee, now would be the time. Under 30 seconds. "15 seconds. Do you guys remember these from, I don't know how old you all are. They used to give these out for you to practice your like handwriting and stuff in. Well, they also sell them at Walmart during like back to school time. And they had them on sale last year for Christmas. I was just walking through a random aisle and there was like boxes of them, and I picked up like 50 of them because sometimes I just go on like a tangent and write for a very long time, just different ideas. So I put them in there. I want to map out my documents and pages to reflect what's in there. I had a really bad habit in 2024, waking up in the middle of the night and like writing chapters that got stored in random places because you're asleep. And I've been going through them all in the last year or so, and I wrote a lot of stuff. Some of it's really great. Some of it, I have no idea what I was thinking. Okay. PJ Panzer, Sugar Skull, Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I like Star Trek better. Original Captain Kirk, Star Trek. Just because it's campy and fun. Power Play Press, I'm good for about 4 hours. It seems to get longer every day. Interesting, that's a good thing though. Which means, are you gonna like join in to anybody's live on the weekend? Like, if you want to show up as a guest? I'm doing 3 o'clock on Friday, afternoon tea. I'm gonna get some scones and some like clotted cream, which is tastier than it sounds, and jams, and make some tea. Jesse Francis, I'm calling it Happy Happy Tax Day. Well, if you get a refund, it is happy happy. I usually make sure that everything lines up that way, so they're paying me, which makes me happy. Nikki Joy, hi all, I'm joining a bit late today. I've been in town picking up a few things already. What was open, Nikki? At 6 a.m. Or are you in a different time zone? We're in Eastern. Now need to try and get into writing mode. 2,334 words is the goal today, and it's midday already here. Wonderful, good job. Good job, good job. Are you joining us on the weekend, Nikki? And if so, what are your goals? Okay, I got a little writing done, made myself laugh with the snarkiness of this main female character. I keep forgetting what this MFC is. I'm an OG Star Trek fan too. That's what my dad started me on the franchise. Mine was my first boss in dentistry. He even looked like Captain Kirk. We used to watch it in the operatory. Okay, Mel is a Trekker too. Oh, interesting. And main female character, main male character. Now that you've done that publicly, I'll remember. Nikki Joy. I'm in the UK. We'll be joining tomorrow, probably taking the weekend off writing. Really? Interesting. To like refresh your brain, or because you're done a certain section, or you're done a book, or like what is the reason for that. What time are we at? 7:07. Just rambling right along. Okay, so I'm still building this binder. So far, I have the prologue to the first 4 chapters went to an editor last year to get some critique because I just was unsure. And so there's notes in there to read before we get started tomorrow. And then the printed out version of that, the printed out version of the first 30,000 words. I know the second and the third chapter I want to rewrite and combine the two to get rid of some words. So that's going to be the first major project. And I'm going to zip it up and hit mute, and you guys can work away. It's 7:08 in Eastern Time Zone in Canada. And do you know where your children are? Okay, we just have about 2 minutes left in this sprint. One minute left. Twenty seconds. What did you guys do? And what did you do? How did you set yourself up for success in that sprint? I have just been accumulating my list of things that I want to achieve. I'm doing it in this tiny little guide that can go with me anywhere in case I want to go to Starbucks or something and write this weekend. In my binder, I have my mobile calendar for that year where they're together in the series because everything's all mapped out by date. And my word tracker, the custom target word count tracker from the RDC workbook that Sarah had or has. Some notes from the beginning of last year on some changes that I wanted to make to this section. I've gathered about 60,000 words from the draft. Now, the other day while I was working, I noticed that I am coming up short in a few things from last fall. I don't know what I did. I'm not getting comments. I don't know if you guys are just not commenting or if I'm broken at the moment. Am I broken? Somebody tell me. So got to go through that tonight to see how that's shaping up, because I know I had redone a section by point of view because it seemed like a little too optimistic compared to what a character would actually do, because humans don't generally go toward the optimistic unless they are trained to do so. So yeah. And the question that I had was, do you have a daily goal for the virtual writing retreat? And we're going to London, England. So any ideas for food or scents or things that are specific to London? Okay, I got a comment. Nikki read through what I wrote yesterday and added another 200 words. Wonderful. Did you get any inspiration while you were reading? Tonight, I'm going to immersively dive into all my work. And then And this guy here, I have a little editing guide that I can pull that I'm going to work on as well. It just keeps everything in front of me and the things that I have to think on as I go through the rewrite and through the editing and the common words and all those word searches, things, name changes and whatnot. Make sure everything's all up to date. I have a bunch of rough list things for foreshadowing that I have to make sure are in certain chapters. There's a lot of notes, a lot of note taking, and we'll just get through it, right? Because that's what we do. Okay, oh goodness, almost missed the break. Got a few words in, not sure how many. I'm going to be typing in for the words this weekend. If anybody has an account, I should probably list my account in the group, because then you can join me if you want to play a video game while we type everything out, because basically whoever types the most wins. And it tracks all your writing. So it tracks like every word that you do, what you erase. It's actually kind of a neat program. I envy those of you that can plot without going crazy. I love plotting, like love it. I love the creation. I need to take my dog out. Thanks for hosting, Sarah. Happy sprinting all. Have a good time, Sarah. Have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Or maybe even a little later tonight. I did make some notes as to who's doing what. Let's flip to those. I hate to plot. I just want to write and get it all out. But then I tend to see like movies in my head. I do too, and then I like list it all out. So today is 8 a.m. with Cassandra, 2 p.m. with Jen, and 8 a.m. with Tracy, Jody Dean. Friday for the virtual writing retreat, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. We're sprinting. I'm doing the 3 p.m. slot for the afternoon tea. Saturday is 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. We're sprinting, and I am doing 7 p.m. So just a little after dinner time. And then Sunday is 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I'm doing 3 p.m. that day as well. Friday, we're going to be talking about goals in my sprints, so like what we've set and how we're doing that day. Then Saturday night, we're going to talk about British rock, because like why not talk rock and roll and soundtracks while we go? Because it's 7 o'clock. You don't want to talk goals at 7 o'clock at night. And then Sunday, we'll do a goal follow-up, because I am later in the afternoon for the British tea at 3 p.m. And we can talk about how we did and what you want to get done that evening before we close out the weekend. I'm going to do my stretches for the day. Thanks for hosting, Sarah. No problem. We're going to get back to work, guys. Last sprint of the morning. Okay, we're under 2 minutes left, so I'm going to cut this short. You all have a great day. I hope you got some productive things in. I am now officially ready to start my pre-work before writing tomorrow. So I have some reading to do, some notes to make, and everything is in one place though. So tidying my desk for today and tonight, and get ready to get some massive rewrite work done this weekend. So thank you all for joining me. You have a wonderful day in the neighborhood, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. London, England, virtual writing retreat.